Jessica Judd of Team GB collapsed from exhaustion at the end of the women's 10,000 meters final in Tokyo. Team GB's Jessica Judd collapsed from exhaustion and required medical attention after completing the women's 10,000 meters final at the Tokyo Olympics on Saturday. The 26-year-old was spotted begging for water after the conclusion of the event, with the temperature in the Japanese capital reaching 32 degrees Celsius during the race. Judd crossed the line in 17th place after more than half an hour of running under the lights at Tokyo's Olympic Stadium. She desperately tried to source a bottle of water for a number of minutes before her demands were met by teammate Eilish McColgan, who duly obliged. The Essex native was then helped into a wheelchair by medics as she was checked over before leaving the track in order to recover. Speaking to Eurosport after the race, Judd explained, "That is the closest I've come to not finished. When it gets to you, it gets to you. I was desperate for water. I've never been this sweaty in my life." 4 runners were unable to complete the race, which took place in 80% humidity and was eventually won by Holland's Sifan Hassan. The 28-year-old also begged for water after crossing the line, putting her celebrations on hold in order to rehydrate. Meanwhile, McColgan claimed 9th place and echoed Judd's sentiments after the event had finished. "It's definitely one of the hardest races I've ever run in my life," she said. "I couldn't have done much more. Those girls at the front, it's absolutely incredible they can run those times in this weather." A number of athletes have struggled to cope with the heat in Tokyo over the course of this year's Games. Daniil Medvedev and Novak Djokovic previously led calls for tennis matches to be played at night in order to avoid the unrelenting conditions in the middle of the day. The former was heard complaining about the situation during his match against Fabio Fognini, with the Russian asking, "If I die, who will take responsibility?" In the men's 50 km walk race on Friday, Japan's Masatora Kawano appeared to vomit on himself before collapsing to the floor with a heat-related issue. Remarkably, he managed to recover and claim 6th place, with 20% of the athletes involved failing to cross the finish line. Temperatures in Tokyo have averaged 32.2 degrees Celsius since the start of the Olympics, with this year's Games set to be the hottest on record.